Hi Cancer, this is going to be a general reading for your sign between the week of the 5th to the 11th of January. Take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. My readings are also timeless, so if you stumble across one of my readings and it's not in the time frame stated in the title, it means it's for your next 7 days starting from tomorrow. So let's begin. So I'm instantly seeing you as this giant sea turtle or giant like creature, but it's like it's a turtle. It's your giant turtle, and most of your body is sticking out of the water. And I'm looking into your eyes. I'm like right in front of your face here, and I'm looking at your face, and your eyes are very glassy. It's like your vision is very clear. It's like, you know that saying, crystal clear, like clear as crystal. When people say, "Is it how clear is it? It's crystal clear." That's what your eyes are like, crystal clear. Like you're seeing the truth of everything, and you're worried. You have this thing in your eyes where there's a thing of worry. It's like you don't know if you're gonna make it to wherever you need to be, wherever you're trying to get to. Like you don't know if you're gonna be okay. I'm seeing that you're an old soul. You're not a young soul. You're an old soul. Like you've had a few incarnations already, experiences, divine experiences, to be fair, where you've gone through being spiritual. You've been very spiritual in previous lives. This is your spiritual body that I'm seeing as the giant turtle. This is your energy. Your energy is representative of this turtle. And its shell is like home to like many small little creatures and stuff. Like your energy attracts all kinds of different water signs. So people that you know of, generally speaking, are very attracted to you. Especially water signs are very attracted to you, in terms of relationships, friendships, whatever types of thing you have. Because turtles can go on land and they can go in sea also. But you attract a lot of creatures that live on you, that live in the waters, under you as well, around you. Less under you, more around you, I would say, or on your shell. I just get this deep sense of worry that's within your heart, within you. Like you might feel like people around you are annoying you intentionally, or things that in your life are very intentionally annoying you. Like I'm feeling this very annoyed feeling, where it's like you're not sure if people are doing things on purpose or accidentally to piss you off, but it's just like you feel very on the edge because you're seeing things very clearly, and you feel very on edge if like someone's taking the piss or not, or people are taking the piss around you or not, and you're very irritable, but you're still moving forwards. You're still deciding to pay more attention to what you're doing rather than watching what other people are doing, because by you just watching what other people are doing is like draining your energy, it's knocking you off balance when you do that. And the advice here is to pay more attention to yourself, not to those around you that might be annoying you or irritating you as you're going on this journey. And I'm seeing some of the things that are annoying you could be the ones on your shell. The things that are attracted to you, these could be, again, the water signs that are around you that have been attracted to you. They're either water or earth signs. I'm seeing earth signs as well, that they live on your shell, like live on the land and treat it as land. I'm seeing like worms and stuff, like earthworms, but giant ones, like crawling around. You might look at someone as a worm, or someone you said to someone that you think of them as a worm. I don't think you've said it to them, Like you think about them as a worm, like they're very wormy, like they worm their way into every situation somehow or another. So it's just something to be mindful of, like, so you're not draining your own energy by obsessing. I wouldn't say obsessing, but thinking about someone that's trying to annoy you. Because when you do that, it just kind of knocks you off balance. It can drains your energy at the same time as well. Shift your frequency from that frequency that you're at of like trying to traverse, not trying to, but you are traversing through the spiritual realm, and it's like you're in the water and you're going through, and this water is also representative of a barrier that you're swimming through, and it's in the spiritual realm. I'm seeing a bit of being a barrier as well as it being just spirituality in general. You're just traversing into the world. And so this week you're just like feeling worried on whether or not you're going in the right direction, and whether or not you're going to be able to make it to where you're getting to, because it feels very uncomfortable. It feels very unknown. It is very unknown. It's very uncomfortable the way you are being guided to go. You're not familiar with this way. You're not familiar with this way of doing things. So let's jump into your reading and see what else is going on for you here this week. Feels very interesting, like you're showing up as this grand giant turtle. You have these giant sort of brown eyes is what I'm seeing, giant brown eyes. And it's like you're embarking on this journey and you're like not sure, well, you're already embarked and you're just at a point where you've never been before in terms of how you live and how you traverse through life. So your current situation is you're feeling pain, you're feeling heartbreak, you're feeling hurt, you're feeling sorrow, just because of, you're at a point where, again, like I was saying, that you've never been before. You've never been to this point before within your life, and it's like you're looking to receive from the universe here, and it feels quite painful being in this energy. Like you're trying to almost push yourself, and be your own motivator, be your own cheerleader in regards to moving forwards, but you're trying to receive from the universe, like your dreams coming true, like your dreams come true. You're trying to receive from the universe contentment, fulfillment, abundance, and you're feeling this pain, this heartbreak, this sort of hurt is around receiving, because you're still waiting for change in your life, and internally you're still waiting for a situation where you can be financially secure, financially in control, financially in a position where you don't have to need money. And so this is what this heartbreak is about. Like you're waiting to receive, but at the same time you're not just sitting around twiddling your thumbs. You're choosing to see life as an adventure. You're choosing to see life as an adventure and really embodying that life is an adventure and being confident that you are um, basically living an adventure. So you're being confident to continue moving forwards and living adventurously, knowing that you are being guided and that you are feeling passionate in general, regardless of your how you're feeling internally, your emotions. You're still pushing yourself to keep moving forward so that you can see change within your life. You're not trying to hinder yourself by saying, "Oh, I feel this kind of way, so I'm just going to stop everything that I'm doing because I feel like this." You're actually doing the right thing, to be honest with you. In order to shift your energy, you have to do things that are uncomfortable. In regards to shifting your life from a way that makes you unhappy to shifting your life to a way that makes you happy, but you have to be vulnerable to in this situation, which you are doing by being adventurous. You're being confident and saying, "Do you know what? It might feel a bit messy, it might look a bit messy, but I'm still gonna keep moving forwards. I'm still gonna keep trying." To be passionate, embodying passion, doing things out of passion, and taking inspired action. So you're moving towards your manifestations. You're taking inspired actions wherever you're being inspired to go from your heart, from your intuition. That's what you're doing. Like you're trusting that you're spiritually protected in the physical from harm. So you're trusting that you're being guided in the right direction. And here, before the week begins, you're having a completion of a cycle. This completion of a cycle is in regards to you having to protect yourself from situations where people are trying to compete with you, people are trying to challenge you in some kind of way, and where people are trying to obstruct your way, obstruct you from leveling up, from upgrading, or seeing the truth is what I'm hearing. People are trying to obstruct you from seeing the truth of the situation, whatever situation it is. So you're having this completion of a cycle, and this is an accomplishment, to be honest with you. You're integrating a lot of knowledge you're gaining here, or you have gained here in the last few months, 2 months, 3 months, 2 to 3 months. Like you've gained a lot of knowledge here, and insights about who you are and what you need to do moving forwards, and how you need to connect to yourself more deeply. And you have been connecting to yourself more deeply, and as a result of this is why you're in this energy of the Knight of Wands, is because you trust that you are upgrading, that you're constantly upgrading, even though your internal world, your heart, your emotions is feeling like this. You're saying, "I need to keep moving forwards because that's the only way change is going to come in, and that's the only way I can shift my life." I feel like your energy is you feel very stuck. And it's interesting that I was seeing the giant turtle, is because there's a lot of things that are living off of your back. Maybe there's a lot of people that are dependent on you in some way or another, whether it's financially, whether it's in relationships, or whatever it is. In some way or another, a lot of people are dependent on you, and it takes a toll on you. It's literally they're literally living on your shell, and it takes a toll on you because obviously you need your own privacy. First of all, you need your own comfort. Like, it's uncomfortable having people living on your shell, and so I get that there's a sense of uncomfortability here in your current environment where you feel kind of stuck. And this is what you're hoping to receive from the universe, that your dreams can come true so that you can move out of this situation. But as you're in this energy, you're having this completion where you have to defend yourself. So the universe is coming in here and ushering you into a new cycle, is what I like to say. Because you've completed this cycle where you need to defend yourself, where you need to defend your integrity. Like, people were trying to, the last cycle you've been in has been a cycle of you being a people pleaser in some way or another, where people take parts of your energy, where people steal your energy, where people steal you. So you were like losing integrity as a result. And so the cycle you were in was all about you having to learn where to put boundaries. You can see here in the Seven of Wands, he's learning, he's defending himself, he's at the top of the hill, and all of these people are down here trying to bring him down. This 6 wands here, and it's kind of like representing that the people that you've been dealing with, protecting yourself from, have been people that have been trying to have victory over you, success over you, trying to use you as their stepping stone. You can see he's at the top of the hill, and so this whole thing was about you learning about your own integrity, your own value, about you having to protect your value, protect your integrity from people that envious eyes, from people that mean you harm basically, but are showing up as wolf in sheep's clothing. So this is what you were defending yourself from, and this is what this cycle was about. It was the universe. You were like learning a lesson here, and it's not something harsh. It's we all learn lessons up to different parts, and we all learn different lessons. Some of them are harsh, some of them are good, but we have to learn the lesson. Otherwise, we keep repeating the cycles here. So this is a confirmation here that you're successfully completing this cycle here, and no longer being in situations where you're having to constantly defend yourself from people that trying to again have victory over you, trying to obstruct you, trying to compete with you, challenge with you in some kind of way, in any way really, and steal your energy, take parts of you for themselves, and um, them take ownership over you. That's basically what this cycle was, where people were taking ownership of you, and you didn't kind of have your own voice, your own integrity. And so this is closing out before the week begins. Stepping into the week, your theme for the week is the Chariot. So the Chariot here is you are on like this journey within your life, and it's like you're now on this path where you're going into the unknown, like I was saying in the channel, like you're swimming in this water, which is also a barrier, but it's also the spirituality in general. And so you're moving forwards here, and as you're doing so, you're finding this chariot on the side of the road. Here in the story, the fool finds the chariot on the side of the road, and he's like, it's plush, it's regal, it's like he must, in this imperfect condition, and he says to himself, it must be for me to find. And so something like that is happening for you here this week, where some sort of vehicle, some sort of thing you're finding here this week that is allowing you to move allowing you to move forward a lot more quickly than you previously thought you would be moving forward. The chariot here, it moves through the heart. And so the chariot doesn't actually have any reins to control the chariot. The chariot moves with this wand, which is interesting because you've been in this energy of the Knight of Wands. It's like embodying this knowledge. The Knight of Wands, he goes on this journey when he's the page to learn how to make wands, and he's a prince. And so he doesn't tell anyone that he's a prince until he's learned how to make a wand, and then the wand maker realizes he's a prince. But it's like that. You've been like almost being humble about learning about spirituality, like really learning about yourself, taking time. And so now you've gained this wand, and this wand is your connection to spirituality. And so here you're able to use this connection with your spirituality to move these sphinxes forward, and that's how these sphinxes move, is through this wand. And the way the wand works is through your willpower, and the willpower is connected to your heart. So the stronger your heart is, the stronger your willpower is, and the stronger your willpower is, the faster the chariot moves. And so the fool understands that there's a duality in the chariot between these two sphinxes. One is obviously the opposite of the other, and so there must be a balance between the two. So as he imagines himself moving forward, he imagines them moving as one rather than as two separate parts. So you're coming into great balance here this week, during this week, within yourself, within your mind, within your subconscious, within your shadow self, about moving forwards, about not just clarity, but you're actually doing it. And so this week is about you taking focused action, being very determined, using your willpower to move through situations, as well as being in control of yourself, not allowing yourself to give into situations where you're giving your energy away, giving your time away, giving parts of yourself away to other people to please people. So this is what's happening here. This week is a week of literally all about you. The stars up here on the canopy represent anything is possible. He also finds this armor on the chariot, being called to tell you, and the chariot and the armor represents the future and what is possible. And it's interesting because it's got two crescent moons here on the armor, and the crescent moon is obviously connected to the moon. It's the waning, and it could be the waxing. In this situation, I'm seeing it as waning and waxing, but these crescent moons represent the future and what is possible. And so this armor is interesting in itself, that it's a moon armor, so to speak. It's a moon armor. So this week you're finding something that's made just for you. Obviously the ruler of Cancer is the moon. So it's like you're finding something that's made just for you here, that no one else can reach, that no one else can access. Something, it's like some kind of vehicle in some kind of way is moving you forwards here during this week, allowing you to travel. So when he jumps on the chariot and figures out how to make it move, he goes off into the unknown where he's never been. He doesn't know what's at the end of the road, but he's determined to move forwards and to continue on his journey so that he can experience more from life. And this is what you're going to be doing here during this week, going more and more into the unknown, in doing things that you've never done before. And again, you do have this look of worry, like I was saying in the channel, of like whether or not you're going to make it to the other side, but you're still maintaining the courage, you're still maintaining the bravery, and saying, you know, I need to keep moving forwards, because if I stay where I am, I'm just going to continue to be stuck. I need to move in order to see movement within my life. And so jumping into the week, we have a very spiritual week for you actually. Between Monday and Wednesday, we have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is a teacher of knowledge. He's a teacher, he's a well-learned person that understands many subjects, many things. He understands, birth, life, and death. He understands, things in threes. Like threes are very important, and he understands. You might be seeing 333 a lot, or the number 3. Quite a lot, and so particularly 333 is what I'm getting, and he understands a lot of things in threes, like the conscious, subconscious, and the conscious, the subconscious, and the superconscious. Birth, life, and death, like things like that. Like he understands very clearly, and he's able to bless these people with the knowledge that he has and with the abilities that he has. And so the Fool is like spying on him, not really spying, but he's not sure what this place is. And it's in a temple, and he has these 2 guys in front of him with these keys down. And so here in this situation, it's like you're gaining some sort of spiritual wisdom, you're gaining some sort of ancient knowledge that is allowing you to break free from the conformity of your life that is around you. So you're gaining some sort of spiritual wisdom, some sort of insight, some epiphany, spiritually speaking, that is going to allow you to break free from your environment where you feel quite stuck. And so this has been clarified by the Wheel of Fortune here. And the this Wheel of Fortune sometimes looks like a seal to me, and the seal is now being removed. And so you're gaining clarity here, spiritual wisdom, ancient knowledge, and how to get yourself out of this situation that you're currently in, and allow you to step more in line with your destinies, to step towards your destiny, and change your luck for the better, so that things can work out for you, and so that your energy can actually be alchemized in the direction you want, and so that you feel unblocked. This is what it is. It's like you're gaining insight on how to unblock yourself here and allow yourself to move forwards here. Good karma wants to come in for you, but you are learning how to free yourself from your situation, so that good karma can actually come in for you here. And set things right. This is a new cycle that you'll be stepping into, and this is a cycle and this is coming in because the universe has deemed it so. This is a cycle of justice for you that you're stepping in, because I feel very strongly you've made a lot of sacrifices for people, Cancer. You've sacrificed yourself a lot in your life for other people. That's why you feel like this turtle. You feel like everything's moving very slowly in your life, and you're having to carry a lot of load. As in people, that are living off your shell, people that are, dependent on you in some kind of way. And so you feel like life is very slow, but the universe is coming in here very strongly and giving you this justice of ushering you into this new cycle. So you're completing the old cycle before the week begins, and then the universe is ushering you into a new cycle. By giving you this kind of download. You're getting downloads. This is a download that can be happening while you're awake, while you're conscious, or while you're ongoing, while you're sleeping. While you're awake, you could have a daydream. It's an epiphany. Some kind of spiritual wisdom is coming in here for you. The Hierophant, he teaches the Fool the basics of spirituality so that he can continue his journey without problem. and so that he can go through his challenges and meet them head on rather than succumb to them. So it's very important when the Hierophant appears within anyone's reading, I believe, because it's just like a confirmation that you are ready to move into the next chapter of your life, because you've gone through a phase of learning yourself, learning how to connect to yourself, how to connect to your heart, connect to your intuition. Like, you've gone through this phase of learning, and it's felt uncomfortable in with the Fool as well. As the same situation. He doesn't live, he has a small cabin, and he has to prepare the Hierophant's food. He has to do the cleaning, like he has to clean the place, and he has a very humble life, but he's learning a lot. Like, the Hierophant is very open with him. He answers all of his questions as much as he can to whatever the Fool wants to ask him. He answers, and the Fool takes great pride in this. He takes great joy in this learning process, because he learns a lot, and he's very avid to learn as much as he can, and so he does. And so this is kind of the journey that you've been on up until this point, of like really learning like how to connect to yourself, connect deeply to yourself, heal yourself, how you can heal the parts of yourself that are not truly you, and the parts of yourself that are blocking you, whether it's been programmed, you've been programmed to be like this, whether you've been told to be like this, whether like you've been trying to really identify if this is really you, or if this is something that you've been told to do, or you've been programmed to do, or inspired to do, not inspired, but influenced to do. And so you're at this point here where you're gaining this sort of mastery. The Hierophant also represents like being a newbie, then being being an apprentice, being a adept, and then being a master. And so this is what you're gaining here, is this kind of mastery over this connection that you have. And so you're gaining this spiritual wisdom as a sort of graduation gift, is what I'm getting here. You're gaining this spiritual wisdom that's going to move you into, that you're actively going to move into. Actually, you're actively going to do this and step into a new cycle by taking action towards whatever this spiritual wisdom is. And this is your justice. The universe is coming in here to give you good karma, the good karma that's owed to you. But don't get carried away with it. Like, stay true to your path. You're going to see feathers around between Monday and Wednesday as a confirmation that you're on the right path. But the universe is judging you from a place of fairness, truth, and justice. And so it's passing its universal laws on you and ushering you into a new cycle. Between Wednesday and Friday, we have the Hermit. So you're going into like a deep dive and trying to figure out what's next, where you're going. The Hermit here is somebody that is introspecting, soul-searching, self-examining, trying to tap into inner guidance so that you can gain clarity about what you need to be doing with your life, so you're not delaying yourself from living a fulfilled life, from living a life that makes you happy. And so the Hermit himself, he's the Fool, and he goes off on this journey, and he climbs up a mountain, and he's at the top of the mountain. He realizes he hasn't learned anything, so he decides to continue on his journey. And every part of his story, every chapter of his story, he learns something very important. And so he hasn't learned anything, so he decides to continue climbing. And as he continues to climb, he reaches the peak he ends up climbing up another mountain, and this mountain is more treacherous than the first one, and his fingers start to bleed, and his teeth start to chatter. He starts off with, originally flamboyant clothing, the Fool card. He's originally starting with a flamboyant clothing, and his clothes end up becoming very grey and matted, and he grows this white beard. And so, he ends up climbing to the top, and he gets to the top, and it's just brittle ice, and it's like thin ice, very slippery, jagged rocks, and he's like, what's the point of me coming here? And he looks around him, and he sees a little hole in the wall, and he goes into this hole in the wall, and this is where he finds the lantern, the cloak, and the staff. So the staff obviously helps him walk. The lantern, illuminates the way for him, and the cloak keeps him warm from the cold. His teeth stop chattering. So after traveling for as long as he has, he decides to sit down in the cave and meditate. And as he meditates, he just allows his mind to wander. So this is kind of what you're doing here between Wednesday and Friday. You're going off into the unknown, I would say. And this is tying into your Chariot card here for the theme. of like you going into the unknown, not knowing what lies out there, but you going out there, you still have this worry within your eyes. It's not very obvious, but it's in your eyes, and I can see it in your eyes. I'm able to read people's eyes, and so I see it in your eyes, and it's like you're worried about whether you're going to make it to the other side successfully, the good side, not the bad side. You're trying to wonder if you're going to get to the good side successfully. But here it's like you're traveling internally within your world, within your internal world, and like figuring out, what you need to learn at this point. And this could be physically as well, where you're doing more than you normally do. And so you're getting to a point of exhaustion is what I'm getting. You're doing things to a point of exhaustion, and by you doing this, it's allowing your body to not be in as control. And so this is what the fool does as well in this journey, the hermit, should I say, he does in this journey. And he reaches that point, and so when he reaches that point, that's when he meditates and he allows his mind to wander. And by his mind wandering, he gains clarity about what he needs to do next. And that's kind of what you're doing here. You're getting to that point of exhaustion, and then you're kind of like going in a meditation, whether you realize it or not. I'm seeing you as like daydreaming, like you're doing it unintentionally. You're just daydreaming, and by you daydreaming, you're gaining some answers here. And the hermit here has been clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. So this clarifying the hermit, the Queen of Pentacles clarifying the hermit, is a very positive omen, which means that by you doing so, you're gonna gain understanding and clarity about how you need to nurture yourself in order to be very prosperous. And you're going to be grounding yourself here at the same time as you do this. I feel like your energy is very chaotic at the moment, and it's like you're going to find as like a great grounding by doing this, by working yourself to a point of exhaustion. This could be in a job, this could be working out, exercising, whatever it is. You're physically tiring your body in some kind of way, or your body's just getting more tired than it needs to. It's because you're doing a lot of energetic work. And so you're going to gain this clarity here, and you're going to tap into your inner guidance about what the next steps are for you and how you need to move forwards in life. And you have the ability to govern yourself at this time in a way where you can then nurture yourself and become very prosperous. And this is also the universe that's going to be nurturing you so that you find prosperity, like nudging you in the correct direction. And this is the marking. So we have literally the Fool card. It's quite interesting. So you're going from the Hermit to the Fool, which is the other way around. And so this is the marking. The Fool marks the beginning of a new beginning. New cycle. Sorry, the Fool marks the beginning of a new cycle, and so you're ending a cycle, actively stepping into a new cycle, and then you're getting the confirmation that you are in a new cycle here between Wednesday and Friday. And this new cycle is going to allow you to have more, embrace more of like this childlike wonder, be more spontaneous, have more, enjoy life in a more live life in a more spontaneous way rather than in a fixed manner. And this is going to be you seeing growth here within your life, within you feeling just happy. It's a new beginning that you're having here between Wednesday and Friday. You're gaining clarity in which way you need to go moving forwards, and what you need to do next. And it's a new beginning because you're going to change the way you do things and what goals you're pursuing, basically. Like the goals you're pursuing at the moment, like you're pursuing from a place of lack of clarity, like you're not sure if you should be or you shouldn't be. But by Wednesday and Friday, you're going to gain sure clarity about what you need to do next, and that's what's going to cause this new beginning. So between Friday and Sunday, we have the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles here is that you building towards whatever this is, you building towards your purpose. The Three of Pentacles in this card, they rebuild a temple that's half fallen apart. So they rebuild it so people can take sanctuary in there. And this temple that you're going to rebuild or build is one that you can take sanctuary in from hardship, and it's in regards to finances. So this is something that you're, again, I was saying in the beginning, that you're hoping to receive finances, and something's coming out here where it comes from you putting in the work, from you not putting in the work, but you moving towards it, you understanding what it is and gaining clarity on what it is, and then starting to move towards it. So it's like you're having to close this cycle before you can step into this new cycle, and you're doing it in this new in this week. And so this is a new industry that you're going into that you've never been in before. And this might be something where you collaborate with people, where you work with people in a team or collaborate. This could be different for different of you, but it's something where you are primarily the boss of this situation, of this purpose, of this business, whatever it is. But you will be working with people in a team, or you will be working with collaborating with people in some kind of way. So you could be making a product or a service or something like that, and so this is what you're working towards, and you're gonna know what this is exactly, because the thought of you actually physically doing that thing, whatever it is, working on whatever it is gonna feel like it's very harmonious with you. And so this has been clarified by the Page of Pentacles, which means you've manifested this to come in for you. This situation the whole week is a big situation, is what I'd like to say. A very good situation for you, where you're gaining clarity about you know where you need to move next, and not just gaining clarity, but the steps are actually coming in for you here, so that you can, again, it ties back into your theme of the Chariot. It's like you're finding this thing which is just for you, this vehicle that is moving you forwards, that is just for you, and you're donning this armor, this moon armor that's protecting you from harm. And it's like the universe kind of blessing you here at this time, and not just in, blessing you, but it's in there's a word for it. It's advocating. It's like there's a word for it, man. Oh, I don't know what it is, but it's like the universe is advocating for you to move into this new cycle. Not just the cycle, but move into a more different place than you've been. Like encouraging you to go into the unknown, because that's where you're gonna find happiness. That's where you're gonna find that yes, you are this giant turtle. Like you can manage a lot more than you realize. It's just that people have been taking your energy, and you've been learning how to place boundaries. This is what this last cycle that you went through before the week begins that's closing off. It was about a cycle where you needed to learn about boundaries. I should have said that before. I don't know, it's just coming up now. Anyway, about boundaries with people. And so you've learned how to create boundaries with people without losing your cool, without losing your temper, without, shifting your frequency to a lower level. And so now you're manifesting very strongly opportunities here. So this is going to be an opportunity that comes in here, this Three of Pentacles, what you're building in. It's like you're going to see this opportunity come in. They walk past the temple and they see it that is broken down, so they decide to rebuild it. And so this is what's happening here for you. It's like you're seeing this opportunity as you're just going about your business, but this is your manifestation. This is an opportunity coming in for you that's going to make you very abundant and enthusiastic. Yeah, one more for this one actually. Yeah, it's your purpose. It's your purpose, and you're going to be moving towards it. It's going to bring you a lot of peace and balance. So let's pull out your challenges for the week to see what's affecting you and trying to bring you down. So if you've never seen me before, challenges are things that are trying to stop you from moving forwards. They want to keep you stuck in your current reality, want to hinder you. They don't want you to evolve or elevate your life in any kind of way. And when the challenges do come into your life, the best thing to do is ignore them and not give them any attention, and that's how they die off. So your challenge for this week is you may be lacking courage, you may be lacking generosity with yourself, you might be unkind, you might be trying to force yourself, and be like, it's making you feel very rigid, like you feel very uncreative, like you don't feel like doing things different than you have done before. You're lacking the courage to go off into the darkness. Like you think that you won't be able to survive. Like you have this worry. It's this worry that I was seeing. You might be allowing, your challenge here is that you might be allowing this worry to take over you, and this worry is showing up in the form of lack of courage, lack of creativity, in regards to dealing with situations in your life, and a lack of generosity with yourself, like forcing yourself to be a certain kind of way because that's what you're used to. And so this is affecting you from taking leadership in your life. This is actually affecting your energy more than you realize. It's putting you, it's like putting you in a deficit of energy. It's like the opposite of wealthy energy. It's like a deficit of energy. It's making you feel very unfulfilled. It's making you feel like you are not the leader of your life, like you're a victim. It's like a victim mindset, that things are just happening to you and you're just feeling very unconfident, like you can't do things, because of this worrying energy. And this is putting you in an energy of chaos, of like conflict, like opposition, like you're opposing yourself by being in this energy of worry. You're opposing yourself quite literally, and putting yourself into chaos, putting yourself into conflict within yourself by embracing this energy of worry. And again, it's making you lack courage, lack of creativity. So just be mindful of that. You are very protected from harm, is what I'd like to say. Just trust that you are on this adventure, and the harm is in the physical realm. Just trust that you are on this adventure and continue being passionate. Continue taking inspired action here towards what you want to see happen in your life. So this is your challenge here, is your worry. Let's see what your outcome here is, for the week. So your outcome here is you are gaining dominion. You are gaining dominion over your problems. You are making discoveries about yourself, discoveries that yes, you can be brave, yes, you can have courage and move into the unknown and be successful. You're able to make decisions, and you're able to feel very confident about the decisions you're making, as well as being able to plan for your future. And we have the judgment then following, saying that basically you're stepping into your purpose here this week. You're having a breakthrough and stepping in towards your purpose here, really following it and seeing a fruition of your goals, in regards to your own being, your own self, like you finally transforming into the person that you've always wanted to be. And you're realizing it here by the end of this week, and you're having a breakthrough in just you finding out what your soul is calling you towards, like your life's purpose. Like you're really gonna start doing this moving forward. You're having this breakthrough, and also not just in this regard in terms of your life's purpose, but also in regards to feeling defeat, feeling like you're a victim, feeling like you're full of regrets of like being in situations where people you feel like you had to win at all costs, because you've been taking a lot of L's, you've been taking a lot of losses, and like you feel defeated, and you feel like there's just a lot of conflict in your life, and you feel like there's you're just in an environment where you don't get to embrace who you truly are, because people ridicule you, people challenge you, or maybe say you're mad, because you've changed, and they don't want you to change. They don't want you to to upgrade, because if you upgrade, they can no longer have access to your energy, and they understand this very well. So people are like trying to keep you trapped, basically. And so you're having this breakthrough in regards to this situation of feeling trapped, of feeling like you're in this energy of being full of regrets because of your situation, your environment, people that you have to talk to, and people that are dependent on you, basically, is what this energy is. Feeling defeated, you're having a breakthrough here in feeling defeated. So you're no longer going to be feeling defeated, because the universe is gifting you here. So it's like you've been waiting for this to receive from the universe, and the universe is giving you here. You're receiving material success, and this is showing up as a harmonious change within your life. It's quite interesting because the Six of Pentacles here also has the moon card, the moon on it. So it's basically like, this is material success coming in for you here. And then the reason why I say it's interesting, because it's a moon, because it's a crescent moon, and this is the armor you're kind of donning to protect yourself from the environment that you're currently in, and you're receiving this harmonious change, which is going to allow you to be balanced, be harmonious, and also make decisions. Um, you know, the Two of Pentacles here is, he's able to make, he's able to manifest the pentacle out of nothing, and you are manifesting here a pentacle, and the pentacle represents this, what your manifestation of this opportunity that's very abundant, that's going to make you feel very enthusiastic. So you're shifting from the Five of Swords to the Two of Pentacles, which is a really good energy here for you, and freeing yourself, being able to be in a position where you can free yourself, and embracing death, embracing transformation, moving forwards, given what you're learning here this week and stepping into this week. So I feel like this is a very important week for you, and this ties back into your theme of the Chariot, of you finding balance and moving fast very quickly into the unknown, and finding this chariot in the first place on the side of the road, which is very regal. So this is a very good reading for you here, Cancer. Like, you're moving into a much better time. This is a very important week for you, where things are going to start shifting and changing, and you're going to start feeling and understanding what's next for you. And you're going to be tapping into whatever your purpose is, and you're going to start building towards whatever it is, whatever kind of business you're planning to do, whether it's a service based or whether it's a product based, whatever it is you're going to be doing is going to be very successful, and it's going to be very fruitful for you in the future. It's going to give you a big payout is what I'm seeing, and it's going to lead to a lot of opportunities and choices that you can go down and live in certain ways, or whichever way you want to live in. So I'm going to leave your reading here. If you did like the reading, leave me a like, comment, subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, my website is down in the description. Other than that, have a fantastic week, and I shall see you soon.